Here's your Forbes Daily Briefing for Thursday, February 8th. Today on Forbes, Inside the Super Bowl of Marketing. For the past month, a 30-story high Doritos chip has towered over the Las Vegas Strip, covering the face of the Luxor Hotel. Other brands are similarly plastering their names and logos all over the city, on the exterior of the Sphere, and on events like Super Bowl opening night fueled by Gatorade, the Super Bowl Experience, presented by Toyota, and the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show. Meanwhile, Mattel has released a Super Bowl-themed Barbie, and a long list of companies are running extravagant promotions and giveaways, including Marriott Courtyard's Super Bowl Sleepover, which will give fans an opportunity to stay the night in a suite at Allegiant Stadium. Then there's Sunday's game, which of course will feature a firehose of TV commercials that sold for a reported $7 million per 30-second slot, and that reported cost is without even taking into account their production budgets. For marketers looking to connect with fans, whether the 125,000 expected to attend this week's roster of fan events in Las Vegas, or the 100 million tuning in on television, the Super Bowl is, well, their Super Bowl, the time of year brands pull out all the stops to generate buzz. Behind the scenes, however, there is an equally elaborate series of events and activations this week aimed at a much more exclusive audience of business partners and C-suite executives. And the goal isn't just generating brand awareness, it's retaining key clients and, ideally, laying the foundation for new business. David M. Carter, a sports business consultant and adjunct professor of management and organization at USC, says, quote, "Major events like the Super Bowl have become this perfect intersection of a corporate offsite and an industry convention. To aggregate everybody in one place around the seminal event of the year has become the way to meet and mingle among the sports business parties." Consider a brand like Extreme Networks, among the NFL's 35 current sponsors, all of which have activations in Las Vegas this week. A typical consumer isn't going to see an ad and suddenly purchase Extreme's large-scale wireless internet solutions, but that's not the game plan. John Brams, Senior Vice President of America's Sales at Extreme Networks, which is attending its 11th Super Bowl as an NFL partner, says, quote, "We're definitely not a consumer brand, right? Like, we're not worried about people viewing us that way. The story we want to tell about our relationship with the NFL is how the NFL is using our technology, and if the NFL is using it this way, we think that's compelling to other verticals we work with. For example, higher education. We can say, hey, if the NFL uses this technology this way, don't you think that could be compelling in your environment as well?" Cisco, which powers the Wi-Fi at Allegiant Stadium, and Verizon, which is setting up a network command center about 12 miles away and will provide a private network to enable sideline communications among coaches during the game, will likewise use the event to showcase their technology to potential partners. And David Cohen, Senior Director for Sponsorship and Partnership Management for the league, says that in some cases, brands can make their pitches with help from NFL executives participating in panels, PR opportunities, and private tours. The business-to-business mindset also extends to consumer brands. TCL, the official TV partner of the NFL, is sponsoring Super Bowl parties hosted by Excel Sports Management and Michelob Ultra that cater to influencers and VIPs. USA Today, which is not an NFL partner but is one of many companies putting on events in Las Vegas this week, is holding its annual Ad Meter Summit, a panel for prominent marketing executives. And under the label of so-called corporate hospitality, brands of all types have planned trips, including transportation, lodging, food, and entertainment for existing and prospective clients, with Toyota, for instance, hosting a large dealer group this week in Las Vegas. Those efforts can be tailored for a handful of key executives. Brams says Extreme's contingent will be in the 10 to 20 person range, but they can also accommodate several hundred. The price tag varies in kind, starting in the six figures and stretching well into the millions. For full coverage, check out Brett Knight's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.